Hello everyone. Right. First of all, this is the first video that I'm doing where I'm just recording. So hello. Probably first time anyone see my face on this one. Right. Just wanted to talk about the Liverpool game this evening. So I'm recording this just after the game. First of all, I just want to say that I hope that Patricio is well. I heard in the interviews after the game that from Nuno that he's doing well, which is good. Glad to hear that he's doing well. It's always sad to see a player go down injured, no matter what the injury is, whether it be a head injury or just like a normal injury, muscle, whatever. Say, I still remember watching the Arsenal Portsmouth game. Oh, blimey, that was years ago. Show my age now. Yeah, when Eduardo broke his leg. Yeah, that was a bad injury. That one was, but yeah, no. Hopefully Patricio's doing well. I've heard that he's now conscious and that he can understand what was going on. He remembers what happened, so that's good. Right now, so let's talk about the game. We didn't start very well. Very poor start. Very, very poor start. Wolves, across the whole 90 minutes, probably should have deserved a point. If I'm being completely honest, they did deserve a point out of that game. We were very fortunate in the fact that we finished our chances. If I say chances, the one chance by Jota, former Wolves player, um, who had an okay game, fairly quiet from the front three, as it has been for quite a while now this season. Most other Liverpool fans will know that, well, even if you're not, just most football fans will know that Liverpool have been pretty poor going forward, considering we've had pretty much full strength side up front. I mean, Bobby, Mane, and Salah have been fit all season, so there's no excuses for why we're not scoring goals, really. Um, Nat Phillips and Kabak, once again, mate, why we didn't keep playing Nat Phillips earlier in the season. I remember watching the first game that he played in and thought, yeah, not pretty, but he's solid. Solid player. Anything in the air, he's going to go for it. He's going to want to win that ball. Yeah, he may make a few minor mistakes, but unlike Fabinho and Henderson, which are great players in midfield, they haven't got that complete defensive mind that Nat Phillips has got. And his partnership with Kabak over the last I know they've kept 3 clean sheets together, but especially over the Wolves game and the game in Champions League against Leipzig the other day, defended very well. They cover each other really well, and that's what you want from your centre backs. You want them to look out for each other. There's a partnership between them two. So the fact that they've kept another clean sheet is really good, and hopefully Klopp will continue playing them together. I mean, I can understand why he didn't want to play Nat Phillips from because like he did with Fabinho and Robertson, there was a waiting period. Like he gave them a couple of weeks, maybe a few months before he actually put them into starting 11 week in week out. So no, with Robertson there was like the whole Alberto Moreno. I don't know how you can even call him a left back. Probably the worst. Not a defensive mindset in that brain whatsoever. But we were calling for a left back, and the fact that we were still playing Millie, who I rate, huge Millie fan, love James Milner, think he's a total professional. the fact that we were still playing him at left back is just Klopp's strategy. He doesn't want to rush players in. He wants them to get to learn the Liverpool way, the Klopp way, and the Klopp way is very intense. So you don't want to rush players in, and that works at that time because we had the players to cover those positions. So when Fabinho came in, I believe we still had Chan playing for us. So there was no need to rush Fabinho in. We still had Hendo, Wijnaldum, Ox when he was fit. So there's a very strong midfield. Milner was playing left back when Robertson first came in. So there was that extra cover for Robertson. So Milner was there to give Robertson that time to get into the game. But I feel that he should have played Phillips a lot earlier. Possibly not. Reece Williams and Nico Williams, they've done very well together. I think they're a little bit younger than Phillips. So that I can understand why he's not playing them two. But definitely should have gotten Nat Phillips in a lot earlier and kept playing him. Should have kept dropping him and putting Hendo and Fabinho in defence because they're not centre backs. They're not out and out centre backs. You needed Joel Matip has proven over the last few years that he's not fit enough. He's always liable to get an injury, and that's unfortunate for him. Like with Sturridge, some players just can't maintain a full season at that sort of pace and mentality because their body just won't let them. Nothing they can do about it, nothing wrong with it. It's just that they can't do it. So relying on just Matip with Fabinho or Henderson next to him, it wasn't going to work in the long run. And hopefully Klopp has learnt that and gone, you know what, I should have played either Natty Phillips or one of the Williams boys at centre back with Matip, so that because we lose something when Hendo is not in midfield, and Fabinho. Fabinho reads the game so well, but he needs that extra bit of space to read the game. He reads the game so well from midfield, can see a pass, and he can see an attack coming. He knows where he needs to be. He reads it so well. Hendo also sees a pass so well. Like he hasn't got the passing range. Well, he has got a decent passing range. I don't feel like he uses it enough. Like he plays the simple pass. It works for him, and he's done really well at it. I'm not going to knock the bloke at all, considering the responsibility that was held on his shoulders from the moment he stepped foot in the Liverpool shirt. The 20 million, I believe it was at the time, from Sunderland price tag. For him, that was huge. And I will be the first one to acknowledge, yep, I was not his biggest fan at the start. I mean, to be fair, I think Hendo's a much better player, but I was the exact same with Lucas Lavia. Not a huge fan. And with the likes of Dirk Kuyt. But the work that those players put in is huge, absolutely huge. I mean, without players like that in your side, you're not going to do well. You need players that are going to work hard for the whole team. And yeah, Klopp should have definitely have played Hendo and Fab in midfield, not dropping them both into centre back, because although Hendo can see much more of the game from centre back, and he was pinging in some decent passes from centre back because he could see more of the pitch, more of the game. But when he gets into that final third, that's when he's a different player, and he can't do that all the time from centre back. He needs to get into the final third a lot more often. And it's a shame that he's injured at the moment, but hopefully the fact that we've got Thiago and Gini in midfield with Fab as holding, because Kabak and Phillips have played so well, is good. It's a good thing for us. Hopefully Gini and Thiago can link up the play with the front three a lot better, and that will also release the the fullback. Sorry, I mean Trent. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but Trent has been playing a lot further back. Like normally, you'd always see him bang, bang, bang on that right hand side, but over the last few games, I've seen him play a lot more deeper, more defensive role. More like we're playing three at the back. So you got Nat, Kabak, and Trent. Letting Robertson be more of a wing back going up on that left hand side. We've been more dangerous on the left hand side with Robertson than with Trent. I'm not saying Trent hasn't been providing. He's been, as he always has been, absolutely solid. Sending him good crosses. Trying to find that pass. I mean, the pass that the cross actually they put in for Mane, literally. Mane and Trent were on a different wavelength. I didn't see that pass, but Trent did, and Mane did. Mane's in that position. Get the head in. Unfortunately, went wide. Good pass, good header, and good movement by Mane. And I feel that Trent has done really well since that. I can't remember the game it was, but he had a shocker. Literally every pass that he made went to an opposition player, and yeah, that was a bad game for him. But I'll say, full respect to Wolves this evening. They played really well. Definitely wish we still had Connor Cody, but obviously he needed to get a lot more first team football, and he's done really well for Wolves. If we could have got him in January, I think that would have been an absolute great signing. But obviously, Wolves need him a lot because he offers so much in the back three for Wolves. So apart from the fact that they didn't have that killer instinct in the final third, they played so well and deserved a point. I think they did. So we didn't cover ourselves in glory, as we haven't done for quite a lot of times this season. But yeah, I think this is a good sign of things to come. That Klopp has now shown faith in Kabak and Phillips, and he's going to play them a lot more at the back together and release Fabinho into that midfield, into that holding role where he is so much better. So yeah. So that is my first video that I've done on football, which is one of my passion projects. I've got the cricket coming tomorrow. Another one passion project. I might do a video on that. Might not, depends on if I've got time. But yeah, definitely going to be doing a video on WandaVision. Hopefully going to do a video on the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League and the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. But until then, keep safe and see you soon.